Hello students, today we will discuss second poem of Flamingo, an elementary school classroom in Islam, written by Stephen Spender. Stephen Spender, who was an English poet, novelist and essayist, who concentrated on the themes of social injustice and class struggle. And same theme is dealt with in the poem An Elementary School Classroom in Islam, where he told about the social injustice and class inequalities. The poor are devoid of any opportunity and have become prey to social injustice. In this poem, Spender demands equal opportunities and qualitative education for the poor and the underprivileged. This theme has been discussed in this poem. Here, the poem has been described in 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph is a detailed description of the pathetic condition of the children who study in a school located in Islam. Let's discuss this poem line by line. First 2 lines here. Far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces, like rootless weeds, the hair torn round their pallor. Gusty means stormy and energetic, and these children here refer to slum children. The expression far, far from gusty waves signifies that instead of enjoying their childhood in the stormy and energetic waves of nature, their childhood is confined to the dark and dingy walls of the slum. These children are away from the lap of nature. These children's faces are uncombed, unkempt, and they are like rootless weeds. Rootless weeds suggests growth without any nurturing because they are undernourished. The slum children's uncombed and unscattered hair look like rootless wild plants, and that uncombed hair is scattered over the pale face of the children. The tall girl with her weighed down head. Here, the poet described the condition of a tall girl who is sitting in the classroom. Her head is bowed down with the burden of misfortunes. She is subdued and suppressed because of her poverty and worries and tensions. The paper seeming boy. Next boy is described here as thin and frail. His body is as thin as the paper, with rat's eyes, and his rats are described as the rat's eyes. Rat's eyes because there is insecurity and hunger is in his eyes. The poet compares the eyes of the boy to those of a rat because his eyes are always on the lookout for food and security. And paper seeming boy means that the boy is exceptionally thin. The undernourished child is deprived of the basic amenities of life. Here, poetic devices are used in second line like rootless weeds. Simile is comparison using like or as, and here children are compared to weeds, which is useless plant. The here and next poetic device is metaphor, paper seeming boy and rat size. Boy is compared to paper and eyes are that of a rat size. Next is the stunted unlucky heir. Here the next boy is described who is sitting in the classroom is with stunted body. Stunted means twisted body, deformed body, and he is described as unlucky heir. Unlucky heir means successor, and he is unlucky because he inherits from his father only poverty and disease instead of wealth and property. Of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease. His stunted body gnarls, his stunted body recites, narrates about his father disease. The slum children inherit the disease and despair of their parents and thus become carriers of their father's disease and poverty. They appear to be as sick as their parents. His lesson from his desk at the back of the class, one unnoted, sweet, and young. Next boy is described here is different from all other children. Other children have dark and dull, bleak future. They have no dreams in their eyes, but this child has dreams in his eyes. Back of the dim class, one child who is unnoticed and who is sweet and young. His eyes live in a dream. Who dreams about bright future for himself. His eyes are lost in the world of his dreams. Of squirrel's game in tree room. Other than this, he dreams about a squirrel's game. Is sitting at the back of dim class and dreams about squirrel game. Squirrel whom he looks from the window. Squirrel here is metaphor of the fun and frolics. Just as squirrel frisk and frolics around in its tree house, likewise the eyes of the dreamer frisk and frolic with hopes for the future. Here, tree room where squirrel keeps playing all day is very different from the classroom where the little boy is sitting. Other than this means tree room denotes magic word denotes hopes and aspirations and desires, but the classroom where there is no hope and hopelessness everywhere. So other than this, the tree room is in beautiful world of nature while the classroom is in dirty slum. In this way, the poet has described the pathetic and miserable condition of the children who were studying in that classrooms. The poetic devices, metaphor, squirrel game, tree room, squirrel game, metaphor, squirrel game, and tree room is also metaphor, paper seeming boy is metaphor, rat size metaphor, and comparison with weeds, that is the simile. Next stanza we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.